As soon as I had decided on the concept of my project, I began to sketch for it, with the main focus being on animals. I tried a variety, including sheep, cats, rabbits, and dogs, and decided that I was happy to continue along this route. In addition to normal animals, I also tried them in various guises, such as wizard and unicorn. After I had decided on what the subjects on the cards would be, I moved on to deciding what shape the card should take, and, on experimenting with it, decided on the shape in the bottom left-hand corner. Once the subject and card themselves were decided on, I thought that I should try and have a set size or layout for the different objects that could be used. The obvious next step was to polish the sketches that I had done by scanning them and cleaning them up in Adobe Illustrator, experimenting with line quality and colours. I decided that I liked the look of them better in plain black and white. With the subjects digitised, I moved on to perfecting the frame so that they could then be combined. This was straightforward as it simply required refining the lines. I tried making the cards entirely black at one point to see what it would look like to have the silhouette of the thing featured, but decided it would look better and cleaner if they were white. Inspired by Pokemon's special card, I thought it would be a nice idea to have some too. I toyed with the idea of having cards made of acetate for this, but thought, in the end, that it would be better to have a glitter border around these cards. The acetate prototypes just didn't have the same character as the paper versions. It also felt like a fitting nod to the special Pokemon cards, which are holographic or foiled. The next step was to create packaging for the cards to be provided in. I decided on a box and set about creating the artwork for it. I researched current app trends as I wanted the same scheme throughout. I chose a block black background with simple circles of complementary colours with the opacity reduced to give them a semi-see-through look. I then added a card over the top in font which I thought fit well. For the app, I decided to use the same background as was on the packaging throughout, with the slight variation of rotating the colours within the circles. The loading screen is a simplified version of the box, featuring only a dog. For the start screen, instead of using badges or icons, I decided to have simply the text serve this function, again using the same font as the packaging. The same background and font is also used for the leaderboard. Of course, I could not make a prototype of the game and accompanying app without creating a sample card of the game in action, so here is a man playing with a polystyrene sword and shield fighting a Unirabbit. And here is one of the paper cards in action. The final step of creating the app was, of course, the icon. I tried to keep it as close to current apps as possible, with a simple white border as the frame, the same dog as the loading screen, and the same shade of purple as the app's background for the icons, but with full opacity.